Milladiller, y'all. Listen, I gotta talk about some funny stuff this morning because I was talking to AI and it goes, Milladiller, and I was like, what? What in the hell is Milladiller? All right, I ain't never heard of Milladiller. It's like we're going to the bar, you're gonna get drunk, you're gonna get sloshed, something. I couldn't figure out what it was talking about. And I said, what is Milladiller? And it goes, MGDL, milliliters per deciliter. And I was like, okay, I thought you were smart and I'm asking you for information. So I was looking at, a lot of times I get a lot of people ask, hey, I wonder what my brain looks like, or boy, I bet you sure don't want to see my brain. Yeah, okay. I just kind of, yeah, sure. Everybody wonders, what does your brain look like? And, guys, it's just one of those things that I take brain health pretty serious. And so I've made some goofy videos on here just to see what would get traction, because sometimes I make some of these important videos that could really change your future, and crickets. I'm like, okay. So I don't have on a purple shirt today or anything like that, but we're talking about Milladiller. Homeocysteine is an important marker that can determine whether or not your oxidation stress, your inflammation, and some other things. Usually I tell people it's kind of one of those things you want to know, is your brain going to function long-term effectively? You want to keep homeocysteine lower in your blood work. You don't want to get it slightly high. Everyone wonders what is high. Well, that's a good question. So one of the things that I also want to look at is your triglycerides, because triglycerides not only tells you about lipids, but it also kind of can tell you about your metabolic profile, because you got HDL and LDL. High density lipoprotein, basically you want that to be elevated. That's a good thing, okay? We need that. Your brain's fat, but your brain also runs off glucose. And so I was looking at fasting and different types of fasting programs. Now, you can do a water-only fast, right? Or you could do intermittent fasting. I kind of like that one where basically you eat from 8 to 6, 8 a.m., 6 to p.m., and then you don't eat anything after 6 p.m. And then you let your body fast for that 14-hour period overnight. And it can help burn calories, and even a little bit help with losing weight at times as you burn some of those calories and reduce fat. So homeocysteine is an important factor to consider, because a lot of times if you have like an MTHFR, which we call it the mother effer gene, or COMT, or some of those genetic issues, then you definitely want to watch your homeocysteine, because it's going to be tied to methionine. Y'all wave to him going by. He's going to check them cows. Anyway, don't know why I did that. Sorry about that. But so COMT and MTHFR with homeocysteine levels, because methionine needs to be converted in that process to be recycled. And a lot of times there's certain things like zinc or other things that you can take that really help in the recycling process of that stuff. So one of the things that I also like to look at is, other markers and that, because the brain will start to tell me. So I was looking at AI and I thought, Milladiller. So anyway, if you guys want to know more about some of these health things, or you actually watch this video to the end, leave a comment and give me a thumbs up. Thanks, guys. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.